It's going to be a sizzler in Philly tonight. Early start at 6. Looks like Jason's here with a Max Scherzer jersey on. Curly W's in the house. Hey, I hope they were here last night and saw the 17-run, 7-home run explosion. We don't know what's going to happen tonight after that, but it's a good feeling to have the offense going again. And teenagers around the country now wondering, how can I be as significant as Juan Soto at the age of 19? He's been amazing in his rookie year.
Well, we talked about it last night toward the end of the game. He deserves consideration for the All-Star team. I don't know if he's going to make it or not, but when you look at the impact this rookie has made on this ball club, it's significant to say the least. When the team hasn't been hitting, he has. You remember June 13th back in New York, the wind-blown homer to left field, and then the bomb to right center is second of the game winner, if you will, to make it 5-4. So he has two home run games, and we're going to go back to last night and show you that one as well. The one to left field, first time up, a low line drive, just got all of it. And then he had 2 swinging bunts in between, and then he goes deep his last time up. So 4 hits, 2 home runs, the first rookie ever in the history of the major leagues to have 4 hits and 2 home runs.
Yeah, it's just amazing the lists he keeps making. So the 4th team with the 2 multi-homer games, Mel Lott, Ken Griffey Jr., Bryce Harper, and then the first with the 5 RBI games since 1945. I mean, the list goes on and on for Juan Soto, what he keeps accomplishing, and maybe Dave Roberts will have a decision to make. We'll leave that up to him in a couple of weeks. Jeremy Hellickson, who pitched here in Philly for the bad guys, is on for the good guys tonight. Good to see him back.
Yeah, first time since June 3rd, had a rehab assignment. He is pitching against his old team on the mound he's very familiar with.
First start since June 3rd at Atlanta. He's back from the hamstring, and Nat's looking for 5 or 6 solid from him tonight. I think Mark knew that one was gone. Upper deck, and it's Turner, then Soto, then Rendon. Bryce got in on the act. Frank Goodwin, and Soto again, and then Mark Reynolds, the upper tank shot. Unbelievable. What'd you have? 2,800 feet or something of home runs? 2,852?
Yeah, 2,852.
Wow. That's dialing long distance last night. And you never know. Doubtful if they'll put 17 on the board, but Velasquez does have a 5.33 ERA. And the Fanatic wants to hang out with our newest young star.
Oh, don't get hurt. No, you're good, one. That's good. Yeah, all right, we're done.
Bryce Harper, a good chuckle out of that one. They're not chuckling in the sun. The Half Street Irregulars are here. They took the bus up this afternoon. They're out in right field. 97, 35% humidity.
There was no food on the bus, obviously.
Well, I'll tell you one thing that did happen to them. Their first bus, the air conditioning went out. They were fortunately able to get on another one and made it up here in time. So Trea Turner, last 10 games, hitting at .368. And of course, the big stat always is, how many runs is your leadoff guy scoring? 10 runs over that time. And by the way, Trea Turner is 25 today. So here's Vince Velasquez, 2-2 career in 5 starts, high ERA against the Nats.
26 years old, 6'3", 205 pounds, 4-2 lost last start on the 25th against the Yankees. Only gave up 2 runs on 3 hits over 6 innings, struck out 7 Yankees, walked 4. So you saw the arsenal. Opponents hitting .228 against his fastball this year. And here is the Phillies defense behind Velasquez. Hoskins, Herrera, Williams, the outfield. Kingery, Hernandez up the middle. Valentin, Santana at the corners. And Jorge Alfaro behind the plate. Ooh, 157 degrees on the field right now. I think that's what that says.
The humidity dial obviously off, but the temp, it is smoking down there. So here at 6:06, shadow creeping from the left field grandstand. Adam Eaton steps in. On base 4 times last night. Back in the leadoff spot. You didn't think Davey was going to change the lineup tonight, do you? So here we go. First pitch is in there. And we're underway officially at 6:07 on the call by Tom Woodring.
Velasquez slipped and came running off the mound. Digging out his landing area right now. Clean the cleats out. Still threw a strike though.
So the Nats up to 240 on the team batting average, adding 3 points last night. Hard to do in one evening. 10th in runs, 7th in homers. And Adam Eaton going to have a new bat. So a couple of things going haywire here early. Turner and Harper to follow in the top of the first. Season series all even at 4. Braves at St. Louis in about an hour. Max Fried for Atlanta, a lefty. Luke Weaver for St. Louis. Braves were 4-1 winners there last night. On the fastball up, Eaton strikes out. So the Nats 27 out of 40 against the Phillies. In the last 40, as we mentioned, a split this season so far. So the third time the Nats since the start of last year with 7 homers in a game. Only other guys that have done it did it once. LA, Minnesota, Mets, and the Phillies. How do you score 7 and lose by 10? They did it. It's a very rare thing. So here's Trea Turner, the birthday boy. And in the series, he's now 5 for 9. He's also walked. He has scored 6 runs against the Phillies. This is a pitcher that's given him problems. Target way in. Looked like it might have been over the plate, but the umpire didn't call it a strike after Alfaro set up off the plate. Trea is 0 for 9 career against Velasquez.
So a strikeout pitch is a high fastball. And he's recorded 42 of his 55 strikeouts against righties this year with that fastball. Hey, a high fastball, that's the signal. Fastball with the thumb, he shook off, and now he's going to something else.
Blown away with the off speed and the breaking ball. Velasquez, originally drafted by the Astros, 2nd rounder 8 years ago. Came to the Phillies in a multiplayer deal when Ken Giles, a closer here, went to Houston back in December of 15. Career, he's 16 and 22. 2 down on high heaters.
Well, last night, Bryce Harper at number 20 just smoothed one out to left center. Knew he got it, watched it for a second, but a fastball outer third belt high. A pretty swing, kind of moonwalked out of the batter's box a little bit. 20 home runs for Bryce.
I love it when they boo him because that means he did something the night before. They haven't been really that loud against Bryce in the series so far. They're going to have another big crowd here because they're doing fireworks for the second consecutive night. Bryce has been on base 5 times in the series, 2 hits, 3 walks. And against Velasquez, 5 for 9. So before July 1st, the 20 home run guys in the history of the Nats and the Expos, with Vlad and Henry Rodriguez. Soriano 24 on his way to 48 back in 06. 2-0 pitch. Some run on that 94 for a strike. Harper looks back in mild surprise. Thought it was too high. 2-2.
A slider that didn't do a whole lot. Look at just spinning in there. He thought it was up and away.
Shift on. 2-2. Way inside. The way the guy's gone on deck is going, you'd love to see him bat in this inning. Anthony Rendon is on fire right now.
Well, that's the foul ball he hit before his home run last night. Remember, the pitch before was a fastball away. Fouled it off just like that. Got the same pitch the next pitch and clicked it out of the ballpark. Pretty good numbers against the Phil's career.
Yeah, 100th game against Philadelphia.
There he is.
In the hole.
Ready.
Target up and in. It ran back, but not enough, and Velasquez had a physical reaction to that one. Kind of bent over and grabbed his leg. Thought he was on his way to the dugout. Bryce Harper walks for the 64th time.
But I thought he ran the 2-seamer back for strike 3. Borderline pitch went Bryce's way. Good at bat again from Bryce Harper.
Rendon in this series. Off a big night last night, 4 for 10. Driven in 3, scored 3 times. And now Anthony, over his last 14 games, is hitting an even 400.
That's the 60th time Vince Velasquez has thrown to first base this year. That's the 5th most in majors. I was ready for that one. That's too many.
So averaging about 4 throwovers a start. Second baseman Hernandez shading Anthony up the middle. And that one had some backup action to it. Let's go inside the numbers. Presented by PNC Bank. Make today the day. So last 20 games, just under 360. RBI total way up there, the doubles and the runs. Anthony's 3rd in the league with 23 doubles. Only Ozzie Albies and Nick Markakis have more. Getting ready. Up and in, couldn't get to it. Last 2 seasons when Anthony's been healthy, 79 doubles combined. 41 of those last year. Hot shot to the left of Kingery. Bryce Harper will stop at second. Hoskins was playing out toward the gap. And the Nats with Soto coming up, trying to get something moving with 2 outs.
So I had a couple of high fastballs and finally got one in the zone. Great swing by Anthony Rendon. There goes the no-hitter. Check that box. First knock of the night for the Nats. And now the youngster has a chance to do some more damage.
Along with Spencer Keyboom, the 2 guys in the lineup who haven't faced Velasquez before. Even though his hitting streak was interrupted 2 nights ago, Juan has been on base 12 games in a row.
Likes to swing early in these situations.
Not a bad series. 4 hits, 2 homers, 2 walks. He's driven in 5 and now he's up to 21.
Could be a really big at bat with the shadows lurking. It's going to be tough to hit for about a half hour or so here coming up. As soon as that shadow moves over the mound.
Spits on another breaking ball down and in.
Velasquez frustrated. He thought he had Bryce Harper struck out. He thought that was a strike, and he is asking Tom Woodring a lot of questions out there.
And he was pumping on 2-0. If he had enough at bats right now in the rookie ranks, he'd be at the top of most charts. 23 walks already. That's impressive. 23 walks, 26 strikeouts, 116 big league at bats. Ooh, right down the middle.
Yeah, I think he was thinking there's no way I get another fastball there. 2-1. Might have been out or third. I don't think Velasquez wanted it there. That's right in Juan's sweet spot. Fastball middle away. That's the one he usually drives.
Now it's 2-2. With the target in, he went upstairs with that elevated fastball. And now it's going to be at least a 25 pitch inning for Vince Velasquez on a smoking hot evening.
Is that the 2-out rally siren in the background?
Another 2-2 here. Got him. So all of his strikeouts came on high fastballs, a walk and a single. And now Jeremy Hellickson makes his return. on Masson. Brought to you by PNC Bank. There's no better time to act than today. PNC, make today the day. And by Ocean City, Maryland, there's no end to the fun you'll have in Ocean City. Plan your trip today at OCOcean.com. Along the banks of the Delaware, downtown Philly, Center City. A couple of miles south, it's the bank. And here come the Phils at home. They're 26-16. The 12th in the league in batting average, 9th in runs and 5th in homers. And Cesar Hernandez is swinging the bat well. 7 for 15 on a 4-game hitting streak. He's 3rd in the league in runs with 57. But only 2 Phillies, Herrera and Santana, have faced a former teammate, Jeremy Hellickson, before.
Yeah, last start was June 3rd at Atlanta. Remember, he pulled his hamstring covering first on a ground ball to Mark Reynolds. So he's placed on the DL June 4th. 10th start of the year. Numbers are great. Has walked more than one hitter once this year. It was 2 batters on the 23rd against the Dodgers.
Strike call, 1-1. Hernandez at 271. 380 his on base percentage. And the hook drops down and in.
He throws off speed 71% of the time to left-handed hitters. That's the 2nd highest rate in the big league. So you'll see a lot of off speed tonight to the Phillies left-handers, and maybe a lot of off speed, period. He said his fastball command, his rehab start, wasn't where he wanted it yet. Keep an eye on that.
There's Hernandez serving one to left. Pitch up a bit. Didn't try to do too much with it. And HOSKINS, who's had a good series, will bat with a man on.
There's D for the Nats tonight. Soto, Harper, Eaton the outfield. Turner, Defoe up the middle. Rendon, Reynolds at the corners. And Spencer Keyboom with back-to-back starts. Nice job last night. There's a Nats fan. Ready to cheer. It's a big Nats fan.
HOSKINS, 2 homers in the series. 2 of his 4 hits he's driven in for. And he is 6 for 12 over a 3-game streak. Well up the middle is Defoe here. And Hernandez a running threat. He's 12 out of 14. It's Jose Flores, the Phillies' first base coach. Two and 0. Nats have turned 64 double plays. And that ball hooking foul. A rocket into the corner.
I feel like if Jeremy could just get through the first inning unharmed here, he's got to knock some rust off, right? Missed a lot of time. Just about a month. And it's going to take him a minute to get into the flow of things, get that rhythm back, get command of all of his pitches, stay down the zone, all the cliches, but just get through that first inning and then go from there.
Good way to do that in this yard, keeping the ball down. Hot conditions. It'll spend some time in the air tonight. That one not too deep. BRYCE from the shadow into the sunlight for the first out. That big scoreboard casts a shadow directly across from gap to gap. We mentioned this before. We're looking straight north toward Center City up there. And so the sun comes in here from the left field corner, not over the third base grandstand like it does in most yards. Next up, Odubel Herrera. Odubel 0 for 4 career against Hellickson. The guy on deck, Carlos Santana, the only other Philly in the game tonight, facing Jeremy. Santana 2 for 11 against him. So we'll see what Odubel's got in mind tonight. He's had some very aggressive at bats in the series, but the Nats have put the stop to him so far. That's outside. Defoe kind of shallow at second. Kind of an interesting configuration. Double play depth, but Defoe not as far back as usual.
Messed up his leg kick. You see that?
Yeah, he was done before Hellickson even let the ball go.
Well, Hellickson doesn't have a big leg kick, so leg kick guys, when you're going good, you time everything right. Watch this. He's anticipating Hellickson, and then you could take it. He had a free strike, but by the time he looked up, he didn't know that.
I've never seen anybody that early.
But that just goes to tell you he's thinking a lot up there, and that timing isn't what it has been in the past, I guess the best way to put it.
Yes.
The life of a leg kick guy. It's either right on or it's what you just saw.
Can't wait for our leg kick guy to get back next week. Right in there on 3-0.
And if you don't know, the reason guys do it, it's kind of a rhythm thing. It gets them going. It provides a lot of energy through the strike zone, a lot of torque in their swing, some extra pop, if you will, with getting the lower half that involved. The downside is it's inconsistent. But when it's right, it's right.
Just floating and dropping right in there. I mean, Odubel Herrera, from what we've seen of him this weekend, he's not interested in about 1/3 of the pitches he sees. And Jeremy probably got a call there at the top of the zone.
Quick pitching. Right now, look, you're not even looking.
It's been done before. Swing and a miss. And Odubel Herrera is now 0 for his last 22.
His leg kick was messed up again. He kind of kicked, hit the ground with it, and then swung. Watch his leg kick. Look at tap to a leg kick, and then he was too late. So he did a tap before. Watch a tap, then a leg kick. Ball's by him. Usually it's just a leg kick. So he is all sorts out of sorts, sort of.
Two outs now. Hernandez still parked at first, and here's Carlos Santana. 2 hits, 2 walks in the series, 2 batted in. Now Defoe's out in right field. I think you taught me this a couple of years ago. There's a big smudge on Santana's left shoulder.
Where he's putting the bat on his shoulder with the pine tar. See him tapping it? That pine tar looks high to me.
That is high.
And his pants too. I mean, those are basically Bermuda shorts with some elastic at the bottom. Those are workout basketball shorts with some elasticity at the bottom.
Yeah.
But, I mean, those aren't baseball pants. I'm sorry.
Above the knee made its way into football several years ago, and now we're seeing it here.
I bet he's the comfiest guy in the field.
There's nothing sacred. 1-1. Off speed had him way out ahead.
Well, that changeup's going to do wonders for him tonight with the shadows. That's a one pitch as a hitter you have trouble picking up.
Spencer Keyboom handling Hellickson and his return tonight. They've gotten a couple of outs after that leadoff hit, and here's the 1-2.
Check this out, it's pretty cool. Santana's last 100 at bats, after you look at the shift, that went less than 200 feet. So that would be my entire career, less than 200 feet, but that's where it probably hits ground balls mostly.
Yeah.
I like that.
See that, and you know why they're in a big shift. Just not interested in going the other way.
That might be the coolest thing we've ever shown on the broadcast. I like that a lot.
Paul Nauert says no swing.
I mean, other than the home run graphic we showed you at the beginning of the show. Yeah. That was the coolest thing we've ever shown.
I think the Smithsonian could express some interest in what we saw earlier. 3-2, runner moving. Ball 4. So Jeremy Hellickson up to 20 pitches, and the inning will be extended as he faces the lefty Nick Williams. So there he is with Tampa Bay with the starts. 2 years with the Phillies and pitched well against the Nats in that time. Last year with the O's. And of course this year with the Nationals, it's his 10th start tonight. 2.28 ERA, 2.0 record, and the opponent's batting average just .219. But a good disciplined at bat there by Santana. Because so many guys want to get in against Jeremy and get real aggressive. And that just plays right into his hands. Nick Williams.
Both pitchers not liking the landing area right now. Hellickson digging it out. Vince Velasquez tripped on it, then started digging it out.
Yeah, and Jeremy doesn't need any trouble landing after being on the DL with that hamstring. Might remember that unusual play. He was covering first, and Mark Reynolds gave him a high feed underhand. He stretched and pulled the hammy. Ball 2. Dangerous count in this ballpark. 2 men on. He went soft through the hook, and it's 3-0.
Like I said, just get through this first inning, knock off the rust, and go from there. This might be a green light situation.
Yeah, right-handed batter Kingery on deck. Didn't throw him a 3-0 fastball.
Well, that tells you what he thinks about his fastball right now. The command hasn't been there yet. He's got a feel for the curve, so we might see another one here. Reset.
Long first inning for both pitchers. I'm looking at the first innings of this series, and the quickest first by anybody, Aaron Nola with 19 pitches on Thursday. Everybody else has been well up into the 20s out of the gate. There's the fastball, and it's 3-2. Hellickson, 71 and 69 career, 207th major league start. in just the second time against the Phils. Hernandez at second, Santana at first. Ready to roll. Got him looking. Nick Williams can't pull the trigger on a fastball tailing away. Hellickson lots of pitches, but all that matters, the 0 on the board thanks to this.
$50 to the Children's National Health System for the first 200 homers hit by the Nats this year. Lexus experience amazing. Last night, this pretty amazing. Ninth inning, Mark Reynolds. I mean, you talk about tape measure shots, and when you know you got one, upper deck, what about 2 rows back in the upper deck? Statcast had that at 797 feet.
Career home run number 288. And he hasn't hit many that far. Wow. So here's Mark to lead it off. Defoe and Keyboom to follow, top of the second. And just a note, and then we'll move on. That was a 30-minute first inning, and 2 balls were put in play. Rendon's base hit, Hernandez base hit. Everything else walks and strikeouts. On the edge, 1-1. And Rhys Hoskins fly ball to center, so a 3rd ball put into play. Pardon me.
Yeah, Mark's homer was 449. I feel like it was a little further, but I always feel that. But the one thing that's cool about the Statcast is that it's all uniform. So, you know, even if you think it's further, that's just the way it is for everyone. So it's consistent, and it gives you a reference. I like it.
Yeah, we can't say Statcast is only human. Now it's 3-1. Danger count. Mark is 1 for 7 career with 2 walks against Velasquez, who threw 25 pitches. First inning, 16 strikes. That one right off the end of the bat. Cesar Hernandez for the first down.
May 5th, Wilmer Defoe. You remember it was a good at bat, and he entered it with a fastball down in, just dropped the barrel on it. And hit a homer into his own bullpen. So Wilmer had a nice night last night too. See if he can continue it here against Velasquez tonight.
Yeah, he was batting 9th for that 4 o'clock game with Tanner Roark in front of him. And by the way, Wilmer, that homer gave him an 8-game hitting streak. So he gets that one through. Had a couple of knocks last night, so Defoe coming alive. Kieboom is next.
Little knee tuck and go, short compact swing. And there are hits on the ground. But my thing, Carp, with the home run is when it has the trajectory, it's coming down. I want to know if it went through the upper deck, through the hot dog stand, through a couple of people, and then landed at you know, level, not sea level, but whatever level is to the field behind the bleachers, like where it would have hit on the ground.
Yeah.
Not in the stands, but say you're playing on a field where it would land in a golf course or in a driving range. I think that's what they try to project.
Here's Kieboom, 1 for 5 in the series. He gets Velasquez for the first time. Hellickson on deck. Whoa, that's an errant pickoff throw. And we're looking at Defoe going to third here. 2-base throwing error. And Wilmer Defoe's at third with 1 out.
Could Sun have been a factor in this? The open part of the ballpark's right by the foul pole down the left field line. No, that was just a bad throw. So no Sun. Look at Wilmer go. Gets his hand caught on the slide just a little bit. So in essence, a 1-out triple for Wilmer Defoe, and see if Spencer can pick him up.
And that brings the infield in. Kieboom has 2 big league RBIs on 8 hits.
Remember in Colorado early in the game, that's a factor. I thought it might be here, but he just launched that.
Yeah. That was not suicide. Defoe was not charging down the line.
I like that play, but I'm not a fan of it right there with 1 strike, because if you miss it now, you're in a hole. If it's the first pitch, yeah, but Wilmer wasn't on third the first pitch. And now you're in an 0-2 hole and you got to fight.
Up and away. Kind of watching Kieboom set up there at P with 2 strikes. Kind of has the hands ready to roll. Looks like a pretty simple approach he's trying to take to get that thing in play.
Well, he's got the rhythm with his hands trying to bring the bat back, but he's really got to fight to stay on top of the high fastball. If he's been paying attention on the bench, which you know he is, smart kid, Velasquez has gone to that high fastball in all 3 of his strikeouts.
Yeah, he's going to drive one out to left center. That's better than a sac fly. That's going to one-hop the wall in the deepest part of the ballpark. 1-0 Washington on Kieboom's 9th big league hit. His 3rd run batted in.
Big knock with 2 strikes early.
And his 2nd double.
So a 1-2 count. Spencer Kieboom gets a fastball right down the middle. And told his manager, forget about that safety squeeze stuff. I'm going to drive something in the gap. Hey, Davey Martinez is looking for offense from that position. He keeps hitting. He's going to play tomorrow, too.
And he was 1 for 5 last night. So hits in 2 of his last 3 at-bats. And there's Hellickson. Already a runner in scoring position with 1 out. I think that'll make the run earned because Defoe would have scored from first easily on that. Hellickson this year 1 for 14. He does have 14 career runs batted in and a 155 batting average.
See, this is where I love the pitcher swinging away. I never understood the sacrifice bunt with a runner on second and 1 out to get him to third with 2 outs.
Yeah,
you might run into one. You might drive him in here.
Sure.
Why not? Good swing, good hustle.
Yeah, Wilmer got it going. He's now 4 for 11 in this series. Ellickson up the middle, well placed. He's out.
Wouldn't you know it? You come off the DL, the pulled hamstring, and that's your test right there.
And I'm okay with him smoothing it down the line.
Well, he ran hard, and I don't know if he's feeling something right now walking back. You're thinking base hit RBI, 2-0, and then Hernandez makes this play on you. He almost beat it, but you didn't want him to beat it because you know about his hamstring issue, and he is walking real slow back to the dugout, folks. Let's hope he's okay.
Key boom to third now. And he'll need a breather. 2 outs, and Adam Eaton's going to be outside the box, take a couple of practice swings before he gets in there. Give Jeremy as much time as he can. Adam, strikeout, high fastball, first time up. And the curve is in there. First time around the order. The Nationals go 3 for 8 with a walk.
Yeah, Adam wasn't happy, banged his bat on the dugout railing going down the steps on the way back, chased a high fastball. Now he's seen 2 off-speed pitches to start this at-bat.
One and 2. Adams driven in 8 runs. 25th game total. He has 24 hits. Mercedes-Benz pitch cast.
Step out.
Alfaro moving to the outer edge, and that's well out there. 2-2. Breaking ball off Velasquez. Eaton hustling for a hit. He is out on a close play. Velasquez is hurt. He's rolling on the ground between the mound and third base.
He threw that left-handed. He threw the ball to first left-handed.
Wow.
And threw a strike and got Adam Eaton out. See where it gets him. Watch this, he throws it left-handed. I've never seen this in my life. Right on the money, and got Eaton. Let's hope he's okay. He's still rolling around out there, but I've never seen a guy throw a strike left-handed to get a speedy runner out. I mean, what a play by Vince Velasquez, and we'll keep our fingers crossed that he's okay, but it doesn't look good. That was 96 miles an hour off the bat. Got him right in the throwing arm.
Looks like the decision has been made by the Nats dugout not to challenge the call. Velasquez is up and made one of the most unusually brilliant plays you will ever see.
Unbelievable. is all right, and it didn't look good. This is 96 miles an hour off the bat. Hit him right in the throwing shoulder. And then I have no idea how this play ended. I've never seen that in my life. A guy picking up the ball with the other hand and throwing a strike to first base. Watch this, left-handed and a bullet just to get Adam Eaton.
Hard to believe. They do have Mark Leiter Jr. up in the bullpen, not throwing yet. He was added to their pen today when they dropped Hector Neris. So bottom of the second, here's Scott Kingery against Jeremy Hellickson. 27 pitches, 13 strikes for Jeremy, and a long bottom of the first, but a scoreless frame.
And remember, Nick Pivetta went 1 2/3 last night, so the bullpen is taxed. And now Nick Pivetta probably just going 2 here tonight. They're going to need 7 innings out of their bullpen after last night's affair. You know, one of those hiccups will mess up your bullpen a while, but 2 in a row, and obviously Velasquez had no control over tonight.
So Victor Arano now up.
It's just such a fine line as a broadcaster. You want to make sure he's okay with that right arm, but you're marveling at the play he just made. I mean, you just don't see that anywhere. By all accounts, 99 pitchers out of 100 do that. The ball's still rattling around the right field corner if they can throw it that far.
Yeah. I'm thinking most of them don't even get off a throw in any manner there.
To think of it, to do it was all reaction, but to execute it, it's still blowing my mind.
2 balls, 1 strike to Kingery.
But if you've never done it, try throwing a baseball with your other hand and see what happens.
Big slow curve rolls in there.
Just threw the glove away because he knows he's going to use it right there. Bare hand, all in one motion. Are you kidding me? Unbelievable. I mean, you're not going to see a better play all year. Sorry. Because every other play you're going to see that's great is going to be made with the right hand, not the wrong one.
2-2. That's a Tapper foul. And Hellickson throws the 91 in there, jams the hitter, and Wilmer Defoe, who is playing up the middle, is out there to catch it on the left side of the outfield for the first out.
All right, you know you want to join us for the 2019 season. There's no doubt about that. Make your 2019 Nats Plus initial payment today. You receive exclusive Nats Plus membership benefits like access to the postseason in this year and next year's seasons, and for a limited time, get access to the All-Star game this year. Visit Nationals.com/2019 and sign up right now.
Here's Jesmuel Valentin, third base for this one. Michael Franco's been over there for the last couple of games, 2 for 8 in the series, but not in the lineup against Hellickson tonight. Rendon even with the bag at third, about 20 feet off the line. And the fastball up. I just marvel when I watch Hellickson. He looks like he's just playing catch.
Yeah.
Such an effortless delivery. And then with that 91, like he did to Kingery, the ball's on top of the hitter. I guess the good news is the legs look fine, right? After that trip down to first base. 2-1.
It's funny how the game has changed, and you talked about strikeouts and walks and home runs. Back in the day, if we knew a guy was coming off the DL with a bad hammy, we were bunting. Somebody was bunting.
Yeah.
They would tell us, test him out early, make sure he can field his position. Somebody lay one down. And if it was our guy, we would try to cover him and play a little shallower at the corners, but nobody bunts anymore. When they try to bunt, it just looks like they don't know how to.
You can't give out outs anymore. Give up outs. It's un-American. 3-2 with 1 out.
Giving up outs has always been un-American, though. It's just how you do it now. It's a little different.
That ball is jacked. Heading for the deep right center gap. Valentine has good speed. He's going to make it to third with no problem. That'll be his first triple career. Had a couple of doubles and a home run. And he's the tying run with 1 out.
Good fastball away. He just reached out and kind of got around it, didn't he? Hooked that ball into right center field, and it was a matter of was it going to be BRYCE or Adam. It didn't really matter. That was a triple off the bat. And now you're pitching for a strikeout here if you're Jeremy, or maybe you want. Oh, you got a pinch hitter on deck, so you got another hitter.
Yeah, that's interesting because they are going to pull Velasquez. It's a lefty, big, strong Dylan Cousins. Nats are playing back. They have a 1-run lead. Ground ball to anybody but the pitcher is an RBI. He started the bat, thus the appeal. Carlos Torres says no swing. 1-1. '25-year-old catcher, good-looking offensive player. 8 minor league seasons, hit over 260 with power. 5 homers at the big league level this year. Hit 5 last year in just 29 games. There it is, back to the pitcher. Hellickson faked a throw. So he more than held the runner. He made him retreat, and then on to Reynolds, 2 down.
He made it more than retreat. Watch Valentine. He small panic trying to get back to the bag. Just gets there, looks it back, throws to first. Good decision. If he went to third, he'd have got back easily. It would have been first and third 1 out instead of running around third and 2 outs.
So here's Cousins. So you mentioned the Phillies bullpen issues now after last night's blowout. Now their bench is going to be shortened in the very second inning of this game.
Don't forget Jeremy won a Gold Glove when he was in Tampa, so he knows what he's doing out there.
Yeah, he looked like a shortstop on that play. They're down to 2 players other than their backup catcher tonight, Andrew Knapp. So we're into the 7 o'clock hour. We've been underway since 6:07. Defoe and Keyboom put hits together. Top of the second, putting the Nats on top. And Jeremy Hellickson, after a Valentine triple, trying to keep the Phillies from tying it. He can come down the line as far as he wants with where Anthony Rendon is playing. 1 ball, 1 strike.
How many people just tuned in and said, what? It started at 6? What the heck is going on?
We told you like 10 times this week. Doing our promos. Early start. Oh yeah, 6 o'clock. Thanks, Anthony. He's told you several times.
Yes.
Two-one. On a pitch down. Turner, that's the shortstop way over there. And Hellickson does a fantastic job of pitching and fielding his way out of a jam. Save up to 20% off right now. Take advantage at travel.hilton.com/DC. Sunset's going to be very welcome to the folks sitting over by the right field corner and in the upper deck here. It's a smoking evening in Philly. Nats are into their bullpen because of injury. And now with Turner, Harper, Rendon coming, it's our Ram Trucks do-up. So we want you to experience the power and toughness of Ram at your local dealer, or I invite you to log on to ramtrucks.com to get to work. Guts, glory, Ram. Victor Arano, 23-year-old righty, and this will be his 26th appearance. He's a strikeout guy, 29 Ks in 26 innings. Gave up a couple of hits, no runs in the 6th inning last night. Trey Turner struck out swinging first time. That's a front door breaking ball.
So fastball, slider for Arano. Fastball 43% of the time. Fastball and the slider. Fastball 93, slider 84. Loves the slider. It's his best pitch.
Whoa! Chasing him up and in, and Trey had nowhere to go.
That's a double.
He's aboard leading off the third.
Well, you remember he's had trouble getting hit by a pitch, but watch him get out of the way. Just nicked him on the elbow. Still didn't feel good, but that might be a leadoff double.
Hit by a pitch for the 3rd time this year. So Harper steps in. Talked about this earlier in the series. A lot of it depends on the pitcher. But Jorge Alfaro's thrown out 30% of base stealers this year. Phillies have everybody bunched to the right side here. Valentin, the third baseman, playing in a shortstop position. And that one almost got thrown away. Carlos Santana needs to set a bigger target.
It's his golf knickers. They're throwing everybody off.
And then Arano holds on too long to that. First time up, BRYCE walked. And the Nats didn't score in the first inning, but his 2-out walk forced Velasquez to throw about a dozen extra pitches. Made it a long frame for him. Nats would score in the 2nd inning before he got hurt. And there's another throw that was about 4 feet over toward the foul side.
Check this out. There's the shift for Bryce Harper. because he hits a lot of balls to that side. Once again, those are balls put in play less than 200 feet. Hits by direction.
Yeah, Bryce gets his share the other way. A lot of power the other way. We saw that last night. His single Thursday night was to left field when he batted leadoff. Target away, and that is looking like a 6-5-3 double play. Third baseman turning it, Valentine from Kingery.
It was such an odd double play that afterwards the infield was so discombobulated they didn't know how to throw it around. Santana threw it to Kingery. He looked and didn't know where to throw it, and they just kind of flipped it underhand to Valentine. For those of you that don't know, usually, the first baseman fields it. He'll either throw it to the second baseman, he'll throw it to the shortstop, he'll throw it to third. Sometimes you'll throw it all the way across to the shortstop, he'll come back to second, they'll throw it to third when you throw it around. But because of shifts now, they don't know how to throw it around. They were all confused. Kingery looked one way, he looked the other way, and then just flipped it underhand to the guy standing 2 feet from him. And that was how they threw it around.
What's next? Pitchers batting eighth?
I gotta stop.
What's going on?
106 when I talk like that, but it was funny to me.
And the 0-1 pitch, skied to right. It's Nick Williams. Turner hit by a pitch. The double play took care of the most of the top of the third, and it's still 1-0 Nats.
In Philadelphia, as we've mentioned, Jeremy Hellickson getting activated today and coming into this outing off a rehab start at Single A Potomac, where the numbers weren't exactly what he wanted, certainly. 11 runs allowed in 4 2/3 innings. But Hellickson saying that he actually felt pretty good in that start. It was nothing to do with his health or his stuff, just command being a little shaky for him that day. He said he actually got everything out of that start that he hoped to, results notwithstanding. His hamstring feels 100%, and he got up to 83 pitches, so he's stretched out coming into this one. He'd been pitching so well before the injury, not allowing more than 3 runs in a start, so I asked him if you let yourself get frustrated by the timing of the injury. He said, no, not at all. Just plan on picking up right where I left off, and hopefully his command gets locked in, guys.
46 pitches, 24 strikes, first 2 innings.
Yeah, he told me he didn't know where his fastball was going, but he also told me it was a 1 o'clock start in Potomac and it was about 95 degrees. So, he gets hitters out by knowing their weaknesses. He's been in the league a long time. He does extensive scouting before he goes out there. So to go to a rehab start and have a bunch of kids swinging at the first pitch, the only thing you care about is that he came out of it healthy. That's all that matters.
So far, so good tonight. Couple of hits and a walk, first time through the order. 2 strikeouts in the first. Cesar Hernandez flipped one to left to lead off the first inning. Never made it beyond second base. By the way, we want to send out our best wishes to another Masson colleague ailing this weekend. Mike Wallace had to leave the Saturday morning Masson baseball show, and we want Mike and his family to know that we're pulling for him, thinking about him, and hope he's resting comfortably right now. Take care, buddy. Former big league pitcher. And Hernandez surprised by the strike 3 call. Mike Wallace, that one's for you. Strikeout number 3. Nissan will track it.
But he ran back the front hipper. Looked like it could have been low and in. Good frame, by the way. Check out the frame by Spencer Kieboom to sell the call.
RHYS Hoskins. Fly ball to rather shallow center first time. Big crowd gathering here. 36,000, almost 37,000 here last night. Defoe on the left side of second base. Right-handed shifts this year have become regular. In the past, even up to last year, seldom seen, but now it's just a regular part of the deal. And the fly ball goes the other way. Mark Reynolds tracking. He's got plenty of room. 2 outs.
So the strikeout to Hernandez, borderline pitch, right? If the catcher takes the ball the way it's moving, you take it out of the zone. So he could have taken the ball this way because that's where it's moving. But watch him stick the landing. So the ball's moving toward Hernandez. Watch him pull it the other way and pull it up a little bit and get the call. So it's a pitch that could have gone either way. It's how you receive it. And we have the box and everything. The box doesn't know how a catcher receives it. But the fact that he caught the top outside part of the ball, brought it back in the zone, sold it to Tom Woodring. If his glove goes toward Hernandez there, he doesn't get the call.
Odubel Herrera shows bunt on the first one, took it for a strike. I bet there's a baseball computer genius out there right now thinking, what kind of visual can I come up with to show how catchers frame pitches? It'd be pretty cool to find out who can do it better than others.
In his mom's basement eating meatloaf?
Exactly. Watching the Nats alone on a Saturday night. But he's going to own an island someday, whoever he or she is.
Yeah, he or she.
I mean, think of the last 5 years and think what we might have 5 years from now. It's just mind-boggling the way we look at baseball now. 1-1 with 2 outs. Showing bunt again. Did he go? No, says Paul Nauert.
He went, but he went halfway toward Jeremy Hellickson. Do you see how far he ran? He almost ran to the grass, the cut of the grass. Watch how far Odubel Herrera goes here.
You know, if he fouls that ball off, he could be called out.
He's charging the pitcher, but he tried to bunt.
If there's contact there, he could have been out of the box.
He could have hit a homer if there was contact.
2-1.
Out of the box.
Well, he's going to go 0 for 22, and then he's going to hit one a mile. Herrera's 14th ties the game. Fifth homer this year given up by Hellickson.
Right in a sweet spot, down and in. Check this out. Tried to run it back. And Herrera did the tap, then the leg kick there and hit it far. That was a far one.
Phillies have hit 94, the Nats have hit 92.
401 feet.
And here's Santana with 2 outs. He's going to go high in the air to left. Soto to his right. He will lead off the top of the 4th. 1-1 game now. Reynolds and Defoe bottom.
Year 19. Juan Soto's hitting home runs at will. The funny part about last night is he had 4 hits. He had 2 swinging bunts right off of home plate and then 2 home runs that were monster shots. The first ever 19-year-old to get 4 hits and 2 of them being home runs. And check out the first 35 career games between Juan Soto and Ken Griffey Jr. in 1989. Look at that. You kidding me?
Not even close in some categories. In all categories, basically. Top of the 4th, Juan Soto. Struck out swinging, first time up. 2 men aboard first inning. And just to disclaim something I said last inning, for those of you paying full attention, Mike Wallace, our Masson colleague, had a medical issue in the studio this morning and was taken to the hospital. There's nothing wrong with Mike Wallace, the Nationals clubhouse guy.
Well,
he's fine.
That's still up for debate, but he's healthy.
Wally's fine. It's Mike Wallace, who I stated used to pitch in the major leagues, that is ailing today, and our thoughts are with him. And Wally, we think about you constantly as well. Mark Reynolds is next with 1 out here in the 4th. Orano got through the 3rd inning thanks to the double play ball on only 8 pitches. He's trying to keep this evening settled down for the Philly bullpen. If the Nats could get a couple runs here in the middle of the game, it could kind of make everything go sideways for the Phils. They have Jake Arrieta going tomorrow against Gio on a day that's supposed to be 100 degrees. 1-1. Out in front of that one, and it's off the glove of Valentine. He did keep it out of the left field corner. And Mark Reynolds has his 2nd hit of this series.
That saved the double for sure. Good effort by the Phil's 3rd base, but another hard hit ball off the bat of Reynolds. Almost like the ball he hit out of here last night. It was a backup slider, hit it hard to 3rd. Now Wilmer's going to try to stay hot, keep the line moving.
That base hit right through the infield, up the middle first time. Went to second on an errant pickoff throw and then easily scored on the key boom double. So the bottom of the order, 6, 7, 8, 3 for 4 so far. And a strike call. Wilmer 0 for 2 against Arano, including a fly ball to left last night. Well, the Marlins beat the Mets today. What's the big deal about that? They've tied New York in the standings in the East. Marlins playing better lately. Mets having all kinds of problems. And the Braves just underway behind Max Fried at St. Louis. They lead the Phils by 3, the Nats by 4. Right forearm contusion, the announcement we're hearing from the Phillies.
Well, you know they took x-rays already, so that's good news.
That's great news. So Defoe trying to battle his way back in the count here. Here's the Mercedes-Benz entire at-bat pitch cast. And that 18, of course, Arano's total pitches in his second inning of work. And Defoe will pop this one out to center. Herrera, 2 outs.
All right, besides opening day, it's the best homestand of the year. Celebrate America's birthday with a full week of the Nationals Pastime. Get it? The nation's capital. Join us at Nats Park. The Red Sox are coming into town July 2 through 4. Marlins 5 through 8. For tickets, visit nationals.com. Fireworks after the game on the 3rd. 11 a.m. game on the 4th. Bob Henley did the promo well. You know, they just told him to stand there in spring training and just do something, and they stuck him on the 4th of July one. I like it.
Yeah, he was actually waving a camel by when they taped that.
He's the best. Keeps the guys loose every day. You need a coach like that, and don't underestimate the fact that he's one of the smartest baseball people I've ever been around. Keeps them loose, but also focused at the same time.
Don't want him to go anywhere, but I think that's a man who has a managing job in his future.
I think so. That little sign he made was look for the curveball in the dirt. He put his both hands out and say the catcher's going to block it. You go to second. Just a little reminder, look for it here in this count. Almost.
1 and 2.
There's all kinds of little signs he gives that aren't bunt, hit and run, steal. There's the outs.
Swing and a miss. So 2 pretty quick scoreless innings by Victor Arano. And this 4th inning of Nationals baseball is brought to you by the all-wheel drive RAV4. Toyota, what drives you? Visit buyatoyota.com for great deals. Hot night on the Delaware for the Masson sailboat.
people hanging out over the bullpen down there and the outfield watching a good ball game so far. A lot of people are asking me, should Juan Soto be in the home run derby? I say no, it'll mess up his beautiful swing. But the home run derby itself might feature Bryce Harper. We're hoping it does. July 16th, 8 p.m. on ESPN. Then the 17th, the 89th Major League Baseball All-Star Game on Fox starts at 7:30. It's sponsored by MasterCard, and it's in our ballpark. Cannot wait to see what that looks like. The best our ballpark's ever looked was for the Winter Classic hockey game. And I'm saying that it's going to look even better than that for the All-Star game.
Yeah, I hope it's a lot greener than that. That'll be amazing. And here we go, bottom four. Nick Williams, the right fielder, called out on strikes. Maybe Hellickson's biggest pitch of the day. He was in his first inning of work, and it was pitch number 27 when he froze Williams on a fastball and two men were stranded. That was pitch number 60.
Boy, the low zone is suiting Jeremy Hellickson nice, isn't it? He couldn't ask for a better strike zone tonight.
Two and one. And Nick Williams trying to tee off on that breaking ball. Most of the field in the shade now. Little sliver in shallow left center. Coming through the grandstand, and then shallow to medium right field. So the conditions for the hitters pretty good right now. 2-2. Another rolling breaking ball, and that thing dropping and darting and diving. Strikeout number 4. Nissan pitch cast.
Set him up with some fastballs away, then drops the curveball in. Can't get there. Beautiful pitch. The Nats have missed this guy on the mound. He was the unsung hero early in the season, not getting a lot of credit. Usually just going 2 times through the order, but so effective those 2 times. A few times he's been stretched out to get that 3rd time through, but tremendous pickup by Mike Rizzo.
Longest outing of the season at San Diego. 4-0 win May 8th. He pitched 2 outs into the 7th inning. And he's got guys swinging and missing right now. Kingery popped up to short center. Wilmer Defoe caught it first time.
Oh, I want some of that slushy.
Nothing better than a brain freeze on a hot evening. Outside, 2-1.
Are you supposed to stick your tongue on the roof of your mouth if that happens? It makes it go away. People say that. I don't think that's ever worked for me, though.
Yeah, I have a hard time doing that when I'm doubled over. Or rolling on the ground in agony. 2-1 with 1 out here in the 4th. Nats play Kingery about as straight up as anybody gets played anymore. Front door on the curveball that stays up and in.
Trying to steal a strike with that. You can tell by the way Kingery took it. He couldn't fire off a swing. It just missed. Changeup.
Yeah, just calmly drops it in there.
Three-one, getting a fastball. Nope.
And a 1-out payoff pitch. Fly ball right field. Another mid-80s off speed offering. Adam Eaton is there, 2 down. All right, Max Scherzer set to go Monday against the Sox, right, Dan?
He is indeed, Bob, and Max was fired up after last night's game, not just because of the big blowout win, but also because yesterday marked 10 years of big league service time for him individually. Now that guarantees him a major league pension, the full major league pension, but FP can speak to this, I'm sure. More than that, it's just kind of a status thing for guys. 10 years at the highest level of baseball in it for Max Scherzer, so he's accomplished a lot in terms of individual days over the course of his career, but 10 years for him, a very big accomplishment as well. Congrats to Max.
Fully vested. You get the same retirement you get if you played 15 years. You can't get any more than 10. So once you get 10, you're set. You can really start bossing people around.
Well, and he also got to celebrate, probably along with Eric Fetty, first big league win last night. I would think the guys did something in the clubhouse for him. Good for Eric. Had to battle his way through 5 with a big lead. I like what he said after the game. He said, well, next time in a low-scoring game, when they need me to keep it close, I'll do that. Very good. Look out. Screamer into the seats. And by the way, a lot of the Philly guys, broadcasters, some other writers are on here. How come Max Scherzer isn't pitching tomorrow? Everybody up here wanted to see a Scherzer-Arrieta matchup, but there was a day off on Wednesday, and the Nats decided to give Max his extra day like everybody else got, and he'll go against the Red Sox Monday night at home.
We already had one, didn't we? Remember talking about all the Cy Youngs and facing each other? Pretty sure they already faced. Well, that could have been when he was in Chicago. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think so. Ooh, fastball
pitch.
close.
Yeah, they faced each other this year. I'm sure of it because my producer just told me in my ear. That's how sure I am.
Scherzer, Arrieta, 5-4 Nats win. That was the walk-off win on the Defoe hit Sunday, May 6th. Max went 6 1/3, 1 run, 5 hits. Arrieta went 6, gave up a run on a couple of hits. And Jesmuel Valentin has that opposite field thing going there. So he doubled to right center. Next time up, the approach is a little different. And he has a pair of extra base hits.
So Aaron Altair moves in the on-deck circle, so you don't have the luxury of walking Jorge Alfaro here with 2 outs and a base open. Philly's obviously going to go deeper into their bullpen here, and Altair could be a decoy, but with the bullpen up ready to go, I doubt it. Sometimes managers will just tell a position player to put his helmet on, stand the on-deck circle, look hitterish so that the 8th place hitter gets something to hit. But based on it being all of a sudden a bullpen night for the Phillies, you feel like that's not the case here.
That breaking ball is ripped, and the Phillies are going to take the lead. That one got a lot of the plate, and Alfaro got a lot of it. 2-1 home team here in the 4th.
That one just kind of sat up there for Alfaro. He's trying to steal strike 1 with a curveball, and it just kind of rolled in there, caught it out front. So back-to-back doubles here in the 4th with 2 outs gives the Phillies a lead, and Derek Lilliquist going to try to give Jeremy Hellickson a breather here and tighten him up all at the same time.
Yeah, right now he's right at the end of the 2nd time around the Phillies batting order. Altair has been announced. And so Victor Arano gave them 2 quick scoreless innings. A hit, a walk batter, a strikeout. And he's now the pitcher of record. Next up will be Tommy Hunter.
a good game.
Altair first at bat against Hellickson, and he hits one hard to left off the glove of Soto. It's going to be back-to-back doubles for a 3-1 lead.
Yeah, Phillies hitters not waiting around. They're jumping on the first pitch. And when you come off the bench, you're taught that if you get a first pitch fastball, you better be on it. And Aaron Altair was looking for it. Juan Soto took a pretty good route to it. And just off the tip of his glove, I thought he had a chance to make a great play. But that ball was hit hard.
Top of the order, Cesar Hernandez, who's 1 for 2. Aaron Altair must be a day to bust up slumps. He was 0 for 12 before that one. Herrera 0 for 22 before his home run. And this one out to left center. BRYCE Harper. That's it. But the Phillies get 3 doubles with 2 outs to take a 3-1 lead. We're checking with players all around baseball and what they do to help our veterans, our heroes. Michael Fulmer of the Tigers, the Garhart starting rotation, strikeouts to benefit our veterans. Helmets to hard hats, $100 per K. He has a cousin who's a member of the Marines. And in 67 career starts, Michael can strike some guys out. 326 opposing hitters. Well done, Michael Fulmer, Detroit Tigers. 1-4-0 Nats, but 3-6-1 Phillies. This one to the top of the 5th inning. Need expert printing? The UPS store has you covered. Together, there's nothing they can't solve. 29th appearance with a 5.09 ERA for 31-year-old Tommy Hunter. Hellickson leads off.
Remember, Hunter came into the first game of the series on Thursday and tried to close it out and couldn't. Nats got to him in that one. So fastball 44% of the time at 96. He'll cut the fastball. He's got a curveball to complement those 2 pitches.
Fastball away. 1-2. And a swing and a miss.
All right, in case you haven't heard, there's a huge fireworks show on July 4th as the Peanuts face off against the Salem Red Sox. First pitch is at 6:35. Fireworks after the game visit the website or call the number on your screen incessantly all night long.
Adam Eaton 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a line drive, the one off the arm of Vince Velasquez that knocked him out of the game, but nothing broken. Forearm contusion. Good news for the Phillies, and we're happy he's not seriously injured. That play he made cost the Nats at the time a 2-0 lead. Eaton's going to slam one right between third and short. That's his third hit in 7 at-bats with 2 walks in this series.
I should have a couple tonight. We would if it wasn't for the great play by Velasquez before he exited. So he's hit the ball hard twice. Spanky on board, and now Trea Turner going to try to move him around a little bit.
Turner 2 for 2 against Hunter. He led off that 9th inning Thursday night with a base hit, scored on the Taylor double to make that interesting. Hunter retired Eaton, and then they changed to Sir Anthony Dominguez to close out that game. So 3 of the last 4 Nats have hit safely against Hunter, and he's gone 2-0 on Turner with Harper next. Mercedes-Benz, he didn't like the call, and it was close, but a ball. Tom Woodring nailed it. Strike call, and Eaton back in time. Alfaro likes to throw the ball around. Coming into this series, more runners caught stealing, 14, than any catcher in baseball. Busted bat, deep short. They didn't have a chance to get Turner, but Hernandez tried anyway, and a pretty nifty play to start that thing off by Kingery. 2 outs. Keeps the inning alive for Harper. For 2, pair of strikeouts against Hunter. Huge shift on here. Into that shift, playing shallower last time. Bryce hit into a 6.53 double play.
About 95 on the throw over. Carlos Santana's looking at first base umpire Carlos Torres saying, "You kidding me with that throw? It's harder he throws to the plate."
Trea has 1 steal in this series, and he's 1 behind Michael A. Taylor for the league lead. That's a fastball away, close. Bryce took it. Counts in his favor. Braves have 2 early runs at St. Louis. Turner on the move. Oh, what a throw. That dreaded right side of second base throw, and they're able to drop the tag on Trea.
That's where you have to throw it nowadays with replay challenge and fast base runners. The best throw is about 2 bases to the right of second base. Perfect throw to get Trea Turner. Watch, tag him right on the backside as he's going by. If you want to see some baseball at Nats Park for a whole month for just $65, buy a Nats Pass. This July, Red Sox, Marlins, Braves, Mets are all in town. Nats Pass available exclusively through MLB Ballpark app, so download that today and start enjoying all-you-can-eat Nationals baseball for the month of July. Just $65.
Jeremy Hellickson, 5th inning of work. 78 pitches, 44 strikes so far. So, second batter into the 3rd time around here for the Phils. Hoskins has flied to center and popped out foul to Reynolds. Close to the outside edge. Tom Woodring stood up, didn't raise the right arm. Ball 2. Close enough for Nissan to pitch cast it. Stayed out there. Woodring nailed it. 2-1 to Hoskins. Up and in for the walk. Second of the night. All right, ready for some home holiday baseball. First of all, it's Gio and Jake Gonzalez and Arrieta here tomorrow. Then the Nats will be home Monday night. Max Scherzer goes against the Red Sox. Have the pitching pairings for the entire series for you tomorrow. 6 o'clock game on Tuesday. Make a note of it. That's fireworks night. And then 11 o'clock on Wednesday morning, and Matt Grace getting ready as Hellickson is in that 3rd time around the order. Sometime along here, as a rule, the end of his day. And after homering, Herrera tried to bunt down the 3rd base line.
You know, as a major league hitter, there's not too many days where you feel like you can handle a pitcher. What do you mean by that? Well, if I just hit one 401 feet last time, I'm thinking I want to do it again.
Yeah, what does that say when he comes up and bunts?
I don't know what that says. I mean,
it's hard to figure out, right?
Because there's not many days where you feel like you have that feeling against a guy that you just took deep.
Yeah. And before he homered, he was offering to bunt.
That's fine, because you want something to show for the day. It was a 1-to-1 game at the time. He's trying to get his ball club in it. I get that. But once you hit one, you know that he knows that he's scared of you now, or at least he's going to be careful with you now. Maybe scared is too strong a word. And you have him right where you want him. So to bunt is, to me, silly once you hit a home run.
So he shows him one away on 0-2. The 93 pitches came in his 2nd start at the Dodgers April 22nd. 3 runs, 3 hits over 5 1/3 of a Nationals 4-3 loss. And a breaking ball that Herrera fouled off to the left.
It's a dangerous pitch, but with Herrera so close to the plate, if you can execute that comeback fastball, throw it right at him, you might lock him up for strike 3 here. The reason it's dangerous is if it gets too much plate, he's a pull hitter most of the time.
One, two again.
I don't even think he knows where that right foot is. That time it was all the way out of the box. Sometimes it's on the line.
Nats would love a ground ball here. Herrera, 7 double plays on the bounce this year. And a 1-2 with nobody out again. In the air left side. Ball tailing toward the line. Rendon the call. And in between Turner and Soto, he's got it for the first out. Carlos Santana will be next. Walk in the first, fly to left in the third. Two for 12 career. 3 walks against Jeremy Hellickson. So the latest shift has Rendon in the baseline, halfway from second to third. Turner well to the right side of the bag at second. And now ahead in the count, Rendon's going to go way over by second.
It's just anti-bunt defense before. Now 0-1, he's not going to bunt. If he does, he's doing you a favor. So
Rendon to his right. Turner waiting to pivot. He made it rather close at first. Santana safe all the way, 2 down.
fielder's choice, 5-6 if you're scoring at home. The fact that Anthony Rendon had to go a couple steps to his right, double play was off as soon as he moved 2 or 3 steps that way.
Next up is Nick Williams. Hellickson has struck him out looking and swinging. And the ball gets behind Keyboom. Might have been hard to see for Santana.
Santana, yeah, no, yep, no, yeah, no. Yeah, once you hesitate, you got to stop. We played a lot of games at the bank. I don't remember hearing this many sirens ever.
And it's either some kind of holiday contest,
their parade,
or there are a lot of cars being broken into north of the ballpark. That's foul. I don't know what's going on.
A lot of heat exhaustion, maybe. I hope everything's okay because it's been nonstop.
It sounds like something bad's going on, but we have no idea. The rosin bag on a very hot muggy evening. Into the 8 o'clock hour here, bottom of the 5th. BCFP DK getting ready for some holiday home action. One more here in Philly tomorrow, Gio and Arrieta. The Nats have an RBI from Spencer Keyboon on a double tonight. Sun setting out to the west, and the ballpark bathed in shadows now. 2-2.
Struck him out last time with a curveball down and in. Remember, he threw the couple fastballs in the outer half and then broke the curveball into his hands. Derek Lilliquist on the horn.
Justin Miller's he only threw 8 pitches to close out the game last night. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pretty good job of reaching out and dropping one into right field on a 2-strike pitch. First hit tonight for Nick Williams, his second of the series. And it'll be a righty matchup with Hellickson and Kingery.
That's going to do it for Jeremy Hellickson.
In his return, he's going to go 4 2/3. Give up 7 hits, 2 walks, had some strikeouts early. 4 on the night. Miller straight ahead. By authority of the Washington Nationals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Washington Nationals.
Throw it hard. Let it rip.
Another appearance for Justin Miller. I was told to hurry on that, by the way. It'll be his 15th appearance, 30 Ks in 19 2/3. And last night he came in and threw a 1-2-3 ninth, got Hoskins, Herrera, and Santana on 8 pitches, 6 strikes. So fresh enough to come back the day after.
I feel like you should hurry on that every day. That's just my personal opinion out loud on the air. Pace of play, baby. Let's go. Pick it up.
So 2 on 2 out for Scott Kingery.
Which hasn't been great tonight, by the way. Your disclaimer might be the quickest thing that's happened.
Yeah, we have had some long innings in this series. I believe it was game 1 Thursday night, 26 innings for the first inning. Today it was right around 30. Kingery, a pop up to center, fly ball to right. Miller with that closed up setup. And then he drops that slider to the front door.
It throws at 30% of the time at 86. The fastball 70% of the time at 93.
And he drops another one on him.
The opponent's hitting 191 against Justin's fastball and 182 against his slider. Slider, 0-2 count. Trying to keep this a 3-1 ball game. Bryce Harper set to lead off the 6th.
And the 0-2 went with the heater, elevated it some. Long time ago, RHYS Hoskins walked to lead off the inning. He was forced, putting Santana at first. He moved to second on the Nick Williams single.
We've seen 2.5 games here at the bank and saw the Phillies up in DC. The one thing that really stands out to me about their ball club, they fight in the at-bat. Have a RHYS Hoskins 14-pitch home run last night. And it seems like all these guys stay in the fight a long time and make you work to get them out.
Just foul.
Bunch of pesky hitters. Some that can do damage, though. Herrera, Santana, and Hoskins, to be precise.
Phillies have a young ball club.
The youngest in the big leagues,
yeah,
Kurt.
and that means one of the lowest payrolls in baseball. Word is they've got a lot of money to work with, and they're going to be willing to spend some of it this winter. We'll see what they do at the deadline, if they're still close with the Braves and the Nats. And this one high in the air to right. Adam Eaton taking a look and over in the corner. That's a fair ball when he catches it. Good job by Miller. It'll be Harper, Rendon, and Soto. Nats down by 2. University College, Nationals moment in history. Yeah, he was a teenager. Bryce Harper. That's back on September 5, 2012. 9-1 win over the Cubs. And he would hammer two that night, numbers 16 and 17.
Did you see the stance? He's upright. His head didn't move at all. So short, so compact, more upright. Wasn't coming up out of a crouch from down to up. He's standing up above the ball. And there wasn't a whole lot of movement at all. Just a super violent swing at the very end.
So those are his numbers from the entire 2012 season. Called up right around the end of April. Bryce was at the plate when Trey Turner was gunned down trying to steal last inning. First pitch popped straight back.
So this is 2012. Check it out. Not a lot of movement, huh? They just boom. Unleashed the barrel on the baseball. It's a pretty swing.
Gio won his 18th game that night on his way to 20 plus. And Bryce trying to bunt. And that thing hit right by the plate and took a big bounce up in the air. So as a teenager all time, 2 multi-homer games for Juan Soto already. And the one that happened last night was in his 35th major league game. So it's 3-4-5 here in the 6th. Three-2, and Bryce stays in there. .371 Phils, 150 Nats. Hunter, bases empty, working extremely slowly. And a step out. Bryce was ready to walk down to first, and he's going to have to go the other way. Tom Woodring calls him out.
The Phillies have been throwing that front hip sinker with 2 strikes, and Tommy Hunter just did it right here. Top of the zone. Bryce dejected and frustrated with the call.
Anthony Rendon's 1 for 2, base hit to left, fly ball to right. When you're talking cars, you're talking Coons with our league leaders. So guys with 10 home runs or more, and Anthony has 10. And 20+ doubles in that department. He has 23.
I don't know. That looks like all-star numbers to me if there's only 4 other cats with the same credentials. Yeah, when is Catter Day, by the way? Am I reading that again today?
See you later.
Oh, my goodness.
Not much else to say about that one. It's a 3-2 game.
Oh, my goodness. That ball was pulverized.
All right, he has 11 homers.
Yeah, show that stat again, that graphic. And that called to Bryce Harper big all of a sudden, huh? 471 feet. They're screaming it in my ear, and you can't hit one any better than that. That ball's absolutely destroyed. Look at this. Look where it lands. Higher, all the way in the back row of the upper deck. Anthony Rendon got all of that one, folks. My goodness.
Here's Soto. And he was trying to go back-to-back jack and tie it up.
I think that's the furthest home run he's hit since he went upper deck in San Diego, whenever that was. I want to say 2 years ago. Maybe 3, I don't know. I didn't know he had 471 in the tank. That ball was absolutely crushed. He's got pop, but that was almost 500 feet. Oh my.
So the Nats' 8th homer of the series, of course 7 last night. Soto has 2 of those. It's a good pitch right to the outside edge. And he was late for 94 upstairs. He missed it. Was not a foul tip. 2 outs. So the Nats with runs in the 2nd and the 6th. Defoe, 1 out, 2nd inning single. Went to 3rd on a pickoff throw that went bad, and then scored on a key boom double. And until a moment ago, that's been it as far as the scoring goes. With 2 outs, bases empty. Mark Reynolds, who hit a hot shot off the glove of Valentine at 3rd base last time up.
He hit one in the upper deck last night. It's not easy. I remember Ian Desmond hit one up there once, but it was more toward the foul pole. I mean, Anthony Rendon just hit that to left center basically. A little right of left. Reynolds was 449 last night. Rendon's 471.
Yeah, that was surprise souvenir night up in the upper tank.
Yeah, they did not expect to get a homer up there tonight.
Reynolds 3-0. Maybe trying to keyhole something. That ball a little away. Yet a strike.
Yeah, Bryce hit one 473 this year, so that's the 2nd longest. I think Bryce's was the one on the turf at home up by the center field cameras, if I'm not mistaken.
And a 2-out walk drawn by Mark Reynolds will get Wilmer Defoe up here in the 6th.
All right, show me the Exmo swing of 471. I want to see it. Everybody at home wants to see it. Oh, it's just a hanging slider. Look at that. backed up on him right into the turbo zone. The 100% fiber optic network means more speed for more devices at once. Visit getfios.com. Did that break the Exmo?
Wilmer 1 for 2, base it up the middle, and a fly ball to center.
Good take.
Ooh, just high.
They're trying to tease Wilmer at the top of the zone. They know he'll chase high. They also know he's a good low ball hitter left-handed. We showed you the home run that he hit off Vince Velasquez last time down and in.
A lot of room right center. 2-2 to Defoe. They'll pop it up, and that'll be to the right and in the seats.
I'll tell you what, it's been a long time since we've seen a crowd like this at the bank, and it's good to see. There's a number of years that we've come here and there was nobody in this place. It's a full house tonight on Friday night, at least close to it. They're excited about their ball club. They're excited about the fireworks, but it's nice to see this place bouncing again. Really is. Saturday night, excuse me.
Yeah, 37,000 last night. Watch our team get blown out. Better game for them tonight, at least so far. And a 2-2. Defoe made an offer and he's out. Paul Nowert says at third he went around. And the Nats will get the Rendon homer to slice the deficit in half. Watch and enjoy one of the longest ever from Anthony.
Baseball 18, RBI Baseball 18 delivers an all-new franchise mode. It's available right now. Learn more at RBIGame.com. Rated E for everyone. Check out this one more time from the side. We looked at it during the break. Wilmer Defoe did not go. I don't even think it's close. And we're with you, Wilmer.
Paul Noward on the call. Bottom 6. Bottom 3 in the order for the Phillies. Valentin, Alfaro, and then the pitcher's spot. Tommy Hunter's already pitched 2 innings. And they have one position player left other than Andrew Knapp, their catcher in the dugout. Miller 7 pitches, 7 strikes to battle Kingery into a fly ball that ended the 5th.
Well, if anybody knows how to negotiate a bullpen night, it's Gabe Kapler. You remember early in the season against the Braves, he was pulling guys after an inning and a third, inning 2/3, 2 innings. So he's done this a few times.
Couldn't catch up with a slight piece up. Two. Phillies box. Couple of hits and a walk in the first 2 innings. Odubel Herrera broken 0 for 22 with a homer off Jeremy Hellickson in the 3rd. Then the back-to-back doubles got them their other 2 runs after 2 outs in the 4th. Jeremy faced 4 batters in the 5th and then was pulled. That's a swing and a miss. So the Nats bullpen at work, and Dan has more.
Bob, the Nationals needed to make a roster move today to activate Jeremy Hellickson, and the guy to go was Sammy Solis. Davey Martinez saying it was a really tough decision to make. A couple factors working against Sammy. He was the only reliever in the Nationals bullpen with a minor league option remaining, so the only guy that could go down without needing to be exposed to waivers. Also, Davey saying that they want Sammy to get better against left-handed hitters, so he'll go down, try and work on that. And also they're going to lighten his workload a little bit to hopefully get him back on track. Sammy, admittedly frustrated and a little upset, said he put it all out there for his team, but we certainly hope that we see him back before too long.
All right, Dan, well said. We wish Sammy the best. Yeah, he was really busy. Last night was the Nats' 80th game of the year, and he appeared for the 40th time. After tonight, the season will be half over. The regular season. Nothing but strikes for the most part here from Justin Miller. And the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Disguising it as a strike for a while. 2 down. He'll face Michael Franco, pinch hitting.
Some crossfire nasty right here from Justin Miller. Look at this one. Just break down away late. Can't lay off. Great pitch. Back-to-back strikeouts. Trying to keep the momentum on his side.
And kind of an unusual circumstance, of course, with the starter injured, having to leave after 2. And right now in the 6th inning, in the number 9 spot, Gabe Kapler uses his 3rd bench guy, and he only has Andrew Knapp remaining. Still needs 3 innings out of his bullpen. 1-run game. Morgan next.
You might see Jake Arrieta hit tonight.
Yeah. The Max Scherzer of the Phillies.
Oh, he can hit.
No, he can't.
Even though he's pitching tomorrow.
And he shows him that fastball under the hands. Franco in the series, 2 for 8. One previous at bat against Hellickson in his career, and against Franco, or pardon me, against Miller now, first time around. So he was due for a night off, but here he is in the game in the 6th inning. It's good looking fastball to the outer half.
Got some jump to his heater tonight too. You could tell he's feeling a lot better. A little more rested. 95 coming out easy. The slider's got some bite.
They're in the 5th in St. Louis, and the Braves still lead 2-0. Their pitching staff has given up 1 run in the first game and a half of that series. 3-2 pitch.
It's a good foul ball for Franco. That's a nasty slider.
And a 2-out walk. We talked about how the Philadelphia hitters make you work. In this series, which is now 2.5 games old, the Nats have 3 1-2-3 innings from their pitchers. These guys managed to get somebody aboard almost every inning. There was one other inning because of a double play. There were only 3 hitters, but they have been pesky and having our pitchers out of the stretch a lot. Hernandez 1 for 3 tonight in the series, 4 for 11 with a walk. A little twilight time here. Look at how far out Trey Turner is to help his left fielder. Soto puts it away. We go to the 7th. It's a 1-run game.
Geico 50 minutes can save you 50% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com to see how much you could save. There's your game summary. Good one here from the bank. Anthony Rendon hit a bomb. Jeremy Hellickson looked real good on his return. And Odubel Herrera hit the only mistake he made tonight.
So the Phillies' fourth pitcher of the night is Adam Morgan, 28-year-old lefty, originally from Tampa. It'll be his 34th appearance. 20 Ks, but 11 walks in 21 innings so far, and rather hittable 23 of those.
So in 15, he was a starter for the Phillies, same in 16. In 15, his fastball averaged 89 miles an hour, Carp. This year as a reliever, it's averaging 94.4. Wow. That's a big uptick, 5 miles an hour in your fastball.
And lefties who can bring it, always a prized commodity in any bullpen.
Yeah, maybe it's the whole pacing yourself as a starter and let it rip as a reliever for an inning thing, but 5 miles an hour is a lot.
So it's Taylor after Keyboom here, top of the 7th. Good inning and a third by Justin Miller to keep it close. Spencer 1 for 2 tonight with an RBI double. Hitting .220 now.
Good take.
Yeah, quite a take.
I'll get you one and give it a ride.
He didn't get a fastball, did he?
Nope. Well, he's betting on a heater. I thought he was going to get a heater, and Morgan drops the changeup that looked just like a fastball.
And this one lifted high to the right side of the infield, onto the grass out there. You could see that ball disappear when it got above the arc of the lights. The Nats have drawn 2 walks tonight, 291 on the season, 14,550 the tally, and that's thanks to Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield, contributing $50 for everyone to support the Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater Washington. Take that first step towards a healthier and more active lifestyle. Michael A. Taylor is 1 for 11 career against Adam Morgan, but he's really the Nats' only right-handed pinch hitter to use at this stage of the game. They got lefties Goodwin and Murphy in there tonight. Severino going to save him, tonight's backup catcher. Ball must have had some late fade on it. Hit right up around the end of the barrel.
Change up. He got a good one. Looks just like his fastball. Same arm speed, same release point.
And somebody in St. Louis, and now we find out it's Nick Markakis, just cleared the bases with a grand slam, and the Braves lead the Cardinals 7-0, 5th inning. He's having a career year down there. 2-1, and Taylor skips away from it, ball 3.
Well, I mean, it's starting to become important, because if they win and the Nats lose, it's 5 games now, and we're starting July, and it's starting to get weird.
3-1. Taylor got a fastball. That's the second baseman. Hernandez on the left side of second base, 2 down. Up to Adam Eaton now to get things refired with Turner next, and that's what the East looks like. As mentioned today, Miami has beaten the Mets to forge a tie, so Marlins trying to climb out of the cellar. Braves are 12 over. The Phils are 6 over. The Nats 4. And as I mentioned last night or the night before, the first series out of the All-Star break will be Atlanta at Washington. Adam Eaton squared for a second, and then Morgan frisbeed that curveball in there.
A couple of good at-bats in a row for Adam.
Yeah, line drive off the pitcher, robbed of a hit, and then a clean single last time as he stroked one over to left center, or rather straightaway left. That breaking ball was sitting there for him a bit. Adam Eaton's homers came in games 2 and 3 of the season at Cincinnati. He had a 5-hit game on March 31st. Then another one, 2-run shot, 2 for 5 day the day after that. And he gets a steady diet of breaking stuff, and Adam Morgan just took him a little further out with that one. 1-2-3 go the Nats. It's still 3-2 Phils. They love to strike out, at least when we're pitching. And they make a donation of $44 to the Children's NIH for every strikeout this year by a Nats pitcher. 6 Ks tonight, 4 for Hellickson, 2 for Miller, and we'll see how many from Ryan Madsen, who has some good control numbers. 28 strikeouts, 9 walks in 27 innings, and it's appearance number 31 for the 9-year Philly from 03 through the 11 season.
All right, fastball 96 for Ryan, curveball 83, changeup 85, throws a fastball 65%.
RHYS Hoskins. Madsen pitched the 7th inning here. On Thursday night, RHYS Hoskins took him out to left for a 2-run homer. The big blow in that 4-3 Phillies win. You know that sitting out in that center field bullpen, Sean Doolittle is just dying to get into a game and see if the Nats can do some scoring in the last 2 innings to make that happen. Closers get very antsy.
Well, if Sean Doolittle keep it a 1-run game, the save's in the 8th for the Phillies. Turner, Harper, Rendon, Soto. If somebody reaches.
2-1 to Hoskins, 0 for 2 with a walk tonight.
That's why it's so important to keep this a 3-2 game right here.
Right-handed shift on. Not too many on the ground to the other side.
16%, I'd say.
And this one high in the air out to center. BRYCE coming in. Defoe nearby if help needed. 1 out. No better time to act than today. PNC make today the day. 75 games with Syracuse first baseman Jose Marmolejos. So 244, but the production numbers are good. 28 runs. He's driven in 33 on 70 hits. And over the last week and a half, Jose has been doing well.
Jose Marmolejos.
From Perth Amboy, New Jersey.
Right. No,
And
exactly.
his family moved to the Dominican Republic when he was a kid.
It's right by Newark, right?
Yeah.
There's a fanatic doing his thing on the dugout. Is it how he looks, or is he just that funny? Because, you know,
Yes.
I don't.
I think it's a combination of all those things.
You know, I'm scared of these things, and he never gets old to me.
His mannerisms, every move he makes,
I just love him.
just kind of funny.
I love him. Everything he does, I love it.
Not aware of any other mascots who actually get on the dugout during the game. He is down at the end where the players aren't sitting. And Ryan Madsen drops a nasty hook on Odubel Herrera. 2 outs here in the 7th.
3-pitch, see ya. Might have been a changeup down the zone 86. But a good off-speed pitch to get Herrera, and still trying to keep this a 1-run game.
They can do that if he gets Carlos Santana. That ball ripped to center, but Bryce Harper is right there. Good work, quick work by Ryan Madsen to get his boys in the dugout so that Turner on his birthday, Harper, and Rendon, who homered last time, can come right up. Masson, brought to you by Lexus. Experience amazing. And you can make Broad Street your drag racing pad.
Yeah, cross that street at your own risk. They don't care around here. Seriously. Top of the 8th, down by 1. There's BRYCE, Friday, July 6th. Be one of the first 25,000 into the yard. And you receive a BRYCE Harper Patriotic Bobblehead presented by SAIC. Don't miss the hottest giveaway of the summer. Visit nationals.com for tickets today.
On the grass at third, Valentine. In the batter's box, Turner. Top of the 8th, Adam Morgan. Strike one.
1-run game. 22 stolen bases in the box. This is huge.
Trey 3 for 4 against him. 3 singles and a couple of RBIs. Did he go? He did, says Carlos Torres. 0-2.
The changeup just never gets there, it appears. And if it looks that good on TV, it must look real good down there, or real hard to hit down there. But I remember the Nats knocking around Morgan a little bit as a starter over the years.
Way outside. Sellout crowd tonight. 42,746 at Citizens Bank Park. Yaxel Rios. Morgan's in because Harper's next, and then would be Rios for Rendon. We add him 0-2. It's back even.
Battling.
Kelvin Herrera. 5-6-7 for the Phillies in the 8th. He was up last night but didn't come in. Right off the end of the barrel. Yeah, busted bat and it drops in. Trey Turner celebrates his 25th birthday with his first knock of the night. He's on for the second time.
That bat died a big time, Hero. Game on. Down by 1, top of the 8th. Trey Turner aboard with his wheels. Great at bat. Stayed in the fight for a long time. Fouled off some nasty pitches. Even got a nasty pitch on this one, but muscled into right center field. And now, do you steal on Morgan or do you let BRYCE Harper hit? That's for the manager to decide, and we'll see.
Yeah, left-hander looking right at Trey off the stretch. BRYCE Harper 0 for 5 career, 2 walks against the lefty.
And normally you say it leaves a hole open with the shift. That's not in play here. Great at bat by Turner.
Yeah, now 4 for 5 career against Morgan.
Back. By the way, if Trey had stolen that base last time, Carp, if he popped up, he could have ran to third. Nobody was there. The pitcher didn't run over there. The catcher didn't run to cover third. Everybody was converged at second. Valentin took the throw. Kingery and Hernandez are on the right side, and it's all he had to do is pop up and keep running. He'd have been a third. Keep an eye on that here if he goes.
And Bryce lays off, not biting, ball one.
You know, this is a situation where if you're a big time player, you love being in this situation. Down by one, 8th inning on the road. It's where you love to hit if you're a superstar.
And front door on the breaking ball, and Bryce had to get away from it. 2-0. That's down by a run. Ball 3. So 2 breaking balls and a fastball, none that close.
Green light. We shall see. I say heck yeah.
Four pitches, 4 balls. Probably it for Morgan. 2 on, nobody out. With the Nats' most dangerous hitter next, Anthony Rendon.
Boy, he wanted nothing to do with Bryce Harper there. Nothing. Not one of those was close. And is Gabe Kapler coming out? Is he staying in his dugout? It looks like they're waiting for him. Here he comes.
I was going to say, his infield already has some pitching change going. Yaxel Rios, Anthony Rendon, game on the line here in the 8th.
Two runners on first and second, nobody out. How about a 4 drive of the game? My goodness, I could watch that swing all night. Go to your local Ford dealers for great savings on cars, trucks, SUVs, and 471-foot homers. Back row, upper deck for Tony Fourbags. And I said Catterday right before the pitch, so I'm going to say it again, Catterday. I'm superstitious.
Yaxel Rios, 25 years of age, 24th appearance, ERA is high, 13 earned runs in 22 1/3. And when you consider relievers come in and there are other guys runs on base, that has probably been led in over that time. That's a big number.
Yeah, big fastball too with that big number. 96 on average. Slider and a split is the out pitch.
Rendon 0 for 3 against him. Lined out to third last night against the right-hander. And Anthony on the first pitch got his bat slowed down a bit there by 86, and it's out of play to the right. So he's let 4 other runs score and then allowed 20 plus of his own.
I think the Braves have the better lineup. The Phillies have a better starting rotation. The Braves have a better bullpen, if you're talking about the two teams that are in front of the Nats. And I think when the Nats are healthy, all of those things are better than all of the things I just mentioned.
8-0 now at St. Louis. 0-2 to Rendon. Anthony 2 for 3 tonight. Batting average on the rise at 294 now. And he takes it, ball 1. To right, but it's hanging up, and it's right at Nick Williams.
Good read.
Rendon locked in, unlucky, 1 out.
So quick. Watch how deep he lets this ball travel before he decides to swing. Just a low liner that on a warm night stayed up too long. And you're right, Carv. This is some of the best hitting we've seen from Rendon, and we've seen some pretty good hitting. I mean, you hit one 471 on the pull side, then you do that. Hard to drop a single into right field here at the bank. There's not a lot of room.
Yeah, they play shallow here.
Well, can the kid do it again?
He had an infield hit against RHYS in his first matchup with him yesterday. 0 for 3 tonight. Haven't said that much about Juan so far. And he's going to pop it up on the first pitch. Infield fly rule in effect on the catch by Valentine, and now it's up to Mark Reynolds here in the 8th.
Couple of good at-bats in a row. Singled in the 4th, walked in the 6th. Any base hit scores Trey Turner.
Reynolds a pop-up, a single and a walk tonight.
The double steal is not off the table here with 2 outs, by the way. You get the go-ahead run in scoring position with the trail runner.
Yeah, they can both get huge leads here. And a good take to get the count in his favor.
Count leverage, get a good pitch. And let it fly.
Strike two.
He's looking for something in to turn on. It was a fastball away, and now the crowd's into it.
That one bouncing out in front, and Alfaro stayed with it.
It's a good block that kept the go-ahead run at first.
So the runners will be moving here on a 3-2 pitch.
Well, you're thinking, oh, nice job, whatever. But if Bryce Harper gets the second, then the at-bat totally changes for Mark Reynolds and the Nats. It's a great block on a 58-foot slider or split.
Tapper left side. Here comes the shortstop, Kingery. And the Nats will strand a couple. They've left 7. And the Phillies remain up by a run. The next night, the Nats have been battling, trying to get back into this one. 1-run game, 1 turn at the plate left, and we'll get another look at Kelvin Herrera here. Tries to keep it 3-2.
Yeah, a big night last night, but what I'm taking from tonight is they're playing good baseball, and I think if you could just keep putting good games and good baseball back-to-back nights, you're going to win your fair share of games. So yeah, 3-2, they're behind. They got 3 outs left. Herrera going to try to keep it a 1-run deficit, but it's been a good baseball game. You know, they're playing a clean baseball game, no base running mistakes. It was nice to see Jeremy Hellickson back from the DL. He's been a big part of this thing. You start to get healthy, you get Adams back, you get Zimmerman back, you get Strasburg back, things are going to start going in the right direction.
Yeah, and the Nats got unlucky there. Anthony Rendon hit the daylights out of the ball right at the right fielder, Williams. So it's Kelvin Herrera's turn to keep this a 3-2 game. Bottom 8 coming up, and for the Phillies, 5, 6, 7. Williams, Kingery, Valentine. Fifth appearance, a couple of earned runs, 3 hits in 4 innings for Kelvin so far. Nick Williams 0 for 1 against him.
And a fastball slider change, if you don't know, fastball 96. Kind of uncharted waters again for Herrera, a guy that's used to saving ball games. And his job right now to keep this a 1-run deficit.
And Sir Anthony Dominguez.
It's a title of honor for a knight. Sir.
Swing and a miss on a fastball up. First out, bottom 8. Bullpen doing a great job to this point.
Yeah, just went with the express. Maybe a little high in the zone, and Williams with that uppercut swing can't catch up. Good pitch.
Kingery 0 for 3 tonight. 3 balls in the air, 1 to second and 2 to right. 1 plate appearance career against Herrera, a base on balls. Nats will have the bottom 3 in the order. But with a right-hander, that means number 3 hitter would most likely be Daniel Murphy. Could see Brian Goodwin. He hit a homer last night. And a breaking ball down. No balls, 2 strikes.
See, his hat's okay just off center like it is. But those ones that are sideways, I'm not down with. I like Kelvin's hat. It's close enough.
Right side, and Wilmer Depot is right there. 2 down. Jesmuel Valentin. A triple in the second, a double the first of 3 consecutive 2-baggers for the Phillies, and right now that's the decisive sequence in this game. Over just about a half-dozen pitches by Hellickson. The Phillies got 2 runs in the 4th, and those runs are still standing.
You know, we talk about, you know, Adam Eaton's going to pinch hit or Daniel Murphy's going to pinch hit, and we think about those guys at 100%. But Carp, when you're coming back from an injury, it's such a process to get hot, to pinch hit, to get your knees right, to get your lower half right, to get your swings in. So it's not like, you know, you could just plug those guys in like they're 100%. If you're going to hit Daniel Murphy, you have to tell him 2 or 3 innings in advance you're hitting in this spot in the 9th, so he can go get his treatment. You know, put the heat pack on his knee, get that thing heated up, then go to the cage, then hit the tee. So it's not like you're pinch hitting guys that are 100%.
Right.
They just go take 10 hacks and I'm ready, Skip, let's go. It's a process to get these guys loose. So if you're wondering why somebody doesn't hit here or when they're going to hit, it's because you have to give them a bunch of heads up to get ready right now, the condition they're in. You could ambush them and say you're pinch hitting, but then you lose them for 2 days. And the advantage of knowing, Carp, is, you know, I could go get loose for a possible pinch hit in the 6th, but then if I sit around for another 3 innings, I got to go through the whole process again, and then it becomes counterproductive. So that's the tricky thing for Dave Martinez with guys when Eaton has a day off or Murphy has a day off, when to tell them when to hit. It's not easy.
Swing, and he got a piece of it. A nice pick. 1, 2, 3. Bullpen shining tonight. Now can the offense get the Nats a win? Maybe the key to the inning is Wilmer Defoe. He's first. One of these teams will be looking to go 3 out of 4. Gio gets the call for the Nats. In his career, 11-7 against Philadelphia, 24 starts with a sparkling .260. Jake Arrieta, 5-6 overall. Not as much gas on that heater as in previous years. And he's had a really weird career against the Nats. He's 1-2 in 10 career starts against Washington. They turned out the lights, as you saw going to break. Shot off some preview fireworks, and they turned them right back on. So here we go. Top 9 against Seranthony Dominguez.
See the numbers, 6 out of 7 in save opportunities, 36 strikeouts, 4 walks. Opponents 144 against the Phillies, air quotes, closer. Fastball 98, 71% of the time. Slider to go with it at 88. And Wilmer Defoe going to see if he can make him throw strikes and jump aboard here, down by 1 with 3 outs left.
Yeah, Davey Martinez going to empty the tank here. He's got Goodwin on deck for Key Boom. Then Murph in the hole. He's going to be ready. First up, Wilmer Defoe, 1 for 3 tonight. And against Seranthony, he's 0 for 2.
Square around again and take it.
Wilmer fouls that one off of his lower leg. Counts even, 1-1. Well, every time the Nats play the Phillies, it's really a 2-game swing in the standings. It's one game you either gain and the other team loses one, or vice versa. And Defoe rolls one to the right side. Backhand Santana, and to the mound Dominguez, or rather to the bag Dominguez for the first out. Now the Nats need Goodwin and Murph to deliver.
Goody got a couple at-bats last night, so this is the second one. Fastball up, and he drilled it into the right center field bleachers. That's a home run sign, I think, from Juan Soto down there, not sure. But we'd like to see that again right here, right?
Absolutely. So Murph on deck, and the Nats down to their final 2 outs. That is nasty. Under the hands, got the edge, according to Tom Woodring.
I'm not sure what that was. Change up 92? I think it was a change up 92. Shook 2 fastballs away to a slider. Changeup. That's a firm changeup at 93. I mean, in essence, that turns into a BP fastball. If your fastball's 98, your changeup's 93, you're actually doing a hitter a favor if you throw it in the strike zone. Now, if your fastball's 99, your changeup's 90 or 89, that's different. Fighting back into it.
To Hopper. Santana staggered by that ball for a moment. Dominguez hit the front of the bag and it tripped him. They've gone 3-1 twice in a row, and it's up to Murphy.
It's a nice play by Santana. That ball had all kinds of topspin on it. Brian Goodwin hit it hard, and he had to give with it. Watch the play by the Phillies first baseman. That second hop kind of shot on him once it hit the dirt instead of the grass. Spin move, pitcher cover it, and then fell down in an effort to get there. And they're going to go out and make sure he's okay, or at least give him a second to regroup. Yeah, that left ankle, that could have been nasty when it slid out from underneath him.
Daniel Murphy is 1-for-1 career against Dominguez. Murphy to right, and a fair ball that'll 2-hop at the 330 mark, and the tying runs at second. The Nats have life with Adam Eaton next.
Game on. That's how you do it off the bench, folks. First pitch Akin got a fastball, turn and burn. Didn't destroy it, but got enough of it to short hop the fence down the corner. And now Pedro Severino going to run for Daniel Murphy. So hits Murphy, checks in with a knock. 1-for-1, a double, and Adam Eaton trying to keep us here a little longer.
Yeah, if the game continues, the Nats have to use Severino anyway. So he's going to pinch run. And Adam Eaton faces Sir Anthony for the first time.
I think Adams had the best at-bats all night besides Anthony Rendon.
They really have Adam played the other way.
It's important for Severino to get a huge secondary lead here. He's got to score, obviously.
Yeah, he was kind of trotting into his secondary there.
Yeah, he had a big lead. He's got it covered.
And a strike call. It's 1-1. Eaton to right, and the Phillies are going to take 2 of the first 3 in this series.
I'm good.
The Nats got good pitching tonight, especially from the bullpen, but not able to generate enough offense to make a comeback in this one. More from Philly straight ahead.